and welcome back to the Reapers. Today we're in our Christen Eagle 2, which I've just discovered looks like this, which is pretty awesome. First of all, we're going to talk a little bit about the plane and then do the cockpit video about the plane. So it's an acrobatic plane style.
Aerobatic plane.
Aerobatic, not acrobatic, silly cat. And I've just let it as a two-seater. I didn't realise it was a two-seater, so that's pretty cool. I mean, the half of the weight of the plane must be the bloody people.
Probably the engine for the most part, but after that it's the people, yeah.
What engine has it got? Do we know?
I don't know what it's called, but it's a 200 horsepower engine.
That's less than my car. Well, same as my car.
Yeah, it's probably was lighter than your car.
Right. Okay. So we fly from the back, is that right? Which is weird, but okay.
And you can technically fly from the front. There are basic flight controls there, but all the engine controls, engine RPM mixture, all the circuit breakers and the like are on the back. Also, you're not supposed to fly from the front if you're alone. So you can only fly from there if you have a second person with you.
Roger.
It's a center of gravity thing, basically.
So I guess we're going to start looking at the cockpit from the rear style. So I'm in the pilot quote-unquote seat at the back. On the left, I've got my throttle. Is that something I play with, or do I just keep it up at full whack all the time?
No, that's the actual throttle you use for flight.
Right, okay, so I can move it with the axis, not the mouse. Yep, gotcha, fine. We've got a turning knob just in front of that. It is the cockpit light, which is pretty cool. Okay.
Yep. That's just the brightness. Above that, the 6 switches are cockpit lights and external lights. So you have your nav lights, your red and yellow cockpit lights, your landing light, and the bottom 2 on the right are not implemented.
Right, a whole bunch of instructions. Engine start, before takeoff, before landing, aerobatic entry speeds, canopy is unlocked. Then we've got a little gauge. Oh, the radio looks cool. Then we've got a little gauge. A little panel below. Christen Eagle 2. What have we got? What's mags? Is that compass?
No, that is your magnetos. And at the bottom right of that where it says fuel, that's for your fuel indicator. That's on the dash. You'll see another blue button that corresponds to that. We'll get to that when we get to the fuel indicator.
Roger. Then we've got battery on. What's spare?
That's for the smoke.
Spare is smoke?
I'm not sure why it's called spare, but it turns on the smoke.
Okay, fair enough. We've got radio, just turns it on and off. Alternator, what does that mean?
Well, alternator is an AC generator, basically.
Oh, right,
so
like
the field turns it on, and the output is a fuse.
Yep, understood. And is that the radio below?
Yes.
What band is it, and what modulation at, just out of interest?
It's 118 to 136, if I remember correctly. I don't have it written down right now.
VHF. Yeah.
Yes.
Probably AM. Okay, we'll have a bit of play with that later. Right, then we've got the electrics up to 30 volts and up to 120 amps. Wow, that's going to be some serious wattage in there. Okay.
Yeah, so as the scale says, you need to push for volts. By default, it shows amps.
Okay. Oh, push for volts. Yep, gotcha. Okay, understood.
The blue thing is air conditioning on the right side. That's not implemented.
Air conditioning. Wow. This is a little luxury barge. Where do they fit the air conditioning? Okay, nice. We've got a canopy button.
Well, the canopy is just lock and unlock, so if you want to close the canopy,
yes.
Right above you'll see something that says lift canopy. You want to click that to close it? Just above the lock canopy lever.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And then lock it.
Exactly. Now, if you look directly in front of you, in front of the stick, it says canopy locked.
Yes, roger.
And if you unlock it again and click on the bar in front of you, you can open it again.
Roger, so I would unlock it, click on the bar in front of me, okay? And there's pull digestivism, which I'm not going to pull, because that's silly. Right, cool. So far, it's actually quite cool. Bit cramped, but I like it. Right, shall I move through to the front seat now, Star?
Missed a couple things here, actually. At your left foot, you have the controls for the fuel mixture. That is the red thing. So that's a pulley. If you shove it all the way in, that's a rich mixture, so a lot of fuel in comparison to the air that goes in. And if you pull it out all the way, that's a lean mixture. If you pull it out all the way, actually, then you'll cut off the engine.
How old is this plane then, not to have automatic mixture? Do we know when it was made?
60s or 70s, I think, the original design.
Okay, so it is pretty old. I thought it was like really modern. So that
I think it's like a 70s design.
Okay, that would make sense then. No automatic mixture control. Right, and then there's elevator trim. Is that down there? I can't quite see it.
Yeah, so the black lever on the left, the bigger one, is your elevator trim. The blue thing, by the way, is for propeller RPM, so also if you push it in, that's high RPM. If you pull it out, that's low RPM.
Ah, right, okay, that's better. So, sorry, what was the blue one?
The blue one is propeller RPM, so push in for higher RPM, pull out for lower RPM.
Yep, understood. Oh, right, and we've got controls down here. We've got a lever, which is fuel pump.
Yeah, fuel primer pump, yeah. Next to it is your fuel valve.
Let's do on our fuel valve. Understood. Cool.
Also, on your throttle, by the way, we forgot to talk about that. The little red button, that is a push to talk.
That's your push to talk. Right. Oh, right. We're going to have to set that, but that's all good. Right, anything else in the back, Star?
I don't think so, no.
Super good. Right, let's move through to the front. Right, I'm in the front now. Hello, Stahl. Why are you a chick? You're a chick. Or a beautiful man.
No, just a slightly emasculate man.
No, okay. Right, let's get on with this. I'm going to turn my pilot body off. You can change your pilot body with right shift and P, by the way. Okay, so, God, this is just so simple. It's caps plain all over. Right, so we're going to start with the left. We've got the throttle again here. Lovely. Rudder pedals down here. Got the stick here, obviously. Right, let's start on the dash, shall we? Oh, no smoking. Let's start on the left. We are big smokers, after all. We've got a airspeed in... Is that miles per hour?
Miles per hour, yeah. You'll also see there's a green and a yellow zone for, speeds. Like appropriate speeds and slightly dangerous speeds, and the red lines on both ends are critically dangerous speeds. Both high and low.
It's faster than a yak, then.
I mean, good luck getting up to 220.
Roger. An altimeter in feet. Is that right? Yes, it must be.
Yes. Well, it's one of these clock systems again that you hate so much. So the long finger is hundreds and the short one thousands.
Can we set our QFE here?
Yes, you can. It's the little gauge on the right in, what's that, inches of mercury, I think.
So that's the imperial, isn't it? It's the imperial measure.
Yeah.
Always get confused by that. Right, understood, so we can change it there. Roger. Next, we've got below... Oh, the accelerometer. Wow, up to 10 Gs allowed, apparently. Positive, and minus 2.2 or 2.5 negative. And...
Yeah, it's not allowed to go to 10 Gs. I think it was 7-ish.
Roger. And then we've got the record needles for the maximum and the minimum. And can we reset? Yes, we can. Lovely. Okay, that's that. Vertical speed. So if we're heading in thousands of feet per minute, so if the gauge is going up, that's how many thousands of feet per minute we're rising. And
that's 500.
It's 5 is 500, yeah. Roger. And down, that's how we're diving. Okay, that's fine. We have a magnetic compass here in the middle. So we're currently 036 or something. We have... It's near enough, Charles. Is that a slip gauge? Your slip gauge? Your slip gauge. Solo rear seat only. Okay, we've got our engine oil pressure and our engine oil temperature. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. And
then you can see yellow and green section, and also the red bars for critical temperatures and pressures. Okay,
fine. Then we've got a little digital gauge down here. What use is that?
That is your fuel indicators. So it can be used in two modes. The default one, it will show a U. That means fuel used, since you started the counter. And if you then press the little blue button, it goes to F, which is fuel flow. You can also reset it if you hold the blue button, according to the manual, for 3 seconds, but I find it's a lot longer than 3 seconds. Then it will just go back to 0, and supposedly, if you then hold it for 15 seconds again, you can basically undo that reset, but I've not gotten that to work.
Roger, okay. Then we've got the EGT, essentially engine temperature.
Exhaust gas temperature.
I can't read the gauge. What is it, 25 something?
25 degrees Fahrenheit per division. And the white needle on the right side is critically high engine temperature or exhaust gas temperature.
So this must be American. It's imperial weird units.
Yes.
God. Right. Okay. Up. We've got fuel flow in pounds per hour on the right side.
Gallons per hour.
It says pounds, Joel.
What did it say? Oh, it is pounds per hour. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The digital one uses gallons, I think.
Roger. And I can't read the left one. What is it?
Manifold pressure in inches mercury.
Manifold pressure, understood. That's fine. And then we've got avoid continuous operation between 2000 and 2350 RPM and above 2600 RPM in aerobatic flight. Okay. RPM, which is just the basic engine RPMs times 100, isn't it?
Yeah, and engine and rotor RPM are linked directly. So.
Roger. We've got a canopy lock again, the same here. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
If you look directly underneath the no smoking sign, you can see a fuel gauge. Because that is literally the fuel tank right in front of you.
Oh my god! Do you not want to get shot by a Mustang? Right, okay. So that's your fuel gauge there for centre of balance reasons, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah, so as long as this is dark, you have fuel in there and it goes like yellowish green when it's empty. And right underneath there you can see another little tank with a yellow lid. That would be your smoke fuel.
That will be your smoke liquid, and that goes directly into the engine or something, I'm guessing, or into the exhaust or something.
Yes.
How interesting. Right, anything else before we sign off? Oh, there's our knob filling up the tank on the top, on the front. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else before we sign off?
So if you look on the left side of the cockpit, you can see your aerobatic indicator. That is basically the closest thing you have to an EDI in this aircraft. Just turn to the left and look behind the wings outside.
Oh, the spiky doodah.
Yeah, the star. So if you have this aligned with the horizon, that's basically how you should use it in conjunction with the horizon. So this is, by the way, a purely VFR aircraft. You do not ever want to fly in bad visibility conditions. So if that's nicely lined up with the horizon, and you're flying level, and you can see like the 45 and 90 degree angles as well. Also, if it's above or below the horizon, you're either rolled, or if you're not flying perfectly level, then you have possibly some kind of yaw input. So that's how you can read that.
Okay. It must be adjustable because of pilot height and stuff.
It is adjustable. I don't know whether you can see that. Wait, I don't have control right now. Control.
Oh, would you look at that? Blow me down.
So yeah, I don't think realistically it would be adjustable mid-flight, but since you can't really get out and do it yourself, I guess they have to do it like that.
Right, interesting plane. I'm looking forward to getting going. Okay, well, I hope that helps, and we'll see you later.